Hi, welcome to the Body Shop Physical Therapy. I'm Dr. Catherine Price, and in this video, I'm going to talk about the response of tissue to stress. So our body musculoskeletal system is composed of soft tissue, connective tissue that's made up of collagen. We've got bone that's mainly type 1 collagen, and our soft tissue is the tendons, ligaments, joint capsule, the cartilage that cushions the joints, and that is where I want to focus, is the soft tissue. So the tendons, ligaments, and cartilage, and how those tissues respond to stress. We know that athletes, they've got thicker ligaments due to the stress they put on their body. The body responds and adapts and can lay down or produce tissue through fibroblast production of what tissue is needed to respond to that stress to make it stronger. So stress makes us stronger. Too much stress is destructive, and that will break down the tissue. So I want to explain the stress on these soft tissues based on, I like James Porterfield and Carl DeRosa. Both of them are physical therapists in this mechanical neck pain book. They have mapped out a great depiction on how soft tissue responds to stress. So it's a bell-shaped curve. So you can see here you've got the red, and that is where you're going to have destruction. And then your coloration of white here is where you've got optimal loading. So you've got to have optimal loading of the soft tissue in order to keep it healthy, and that is going to be the non-destructive forces. So as a physical therapist, my job is to help a person get into a place where the mechanical movement of the body is non-destructive. Now, I really like the bell-shaped curve to explain soft tissue stress, because on one side, if you don't do enough, your tissues break down. And if you do too much, your tissue breaks down. So if you are couch potato and you are not stressing the joint, or let's say that you work all day at a computer and you have a certain position that you stay in for a prolonged period, so the adaptive changes can also reduce the amount of optimal loading that your body can withstand. So you've got to stress the body in order to keep it healthy. If you stay immobile, the tissue breaks down. And a lot of the misconception is you will tear your joints out if you go out and run or you do an activity. And there is maybe some truth, because if you overstress an area repetitively with poor mechanics, you can break some soft tissue and the joint down. But if the mechanics are good and you're getting the optimal amount of loading, then the stress keeps the joint healthy. So what I mean by stress is going to be a compression. So when you're running, the joints, they're getting compressed in the back, the hips, the knees, all those joints. So that's a compression force. Then you've got a shear force where you've got slides, so to speak. And so if you have poor posture, it can change the stress on an area of the soft tissue because of the strain with shear forces. And then you've got tension where you've got a pull, which also can be adaptive changes with posture as well. So going back to this curve, we've got a bell-shaped curve here, and we've got where if you've got too little stress, you're going to have the joint break down or the soft tissue break down. If you've got too much, then it can break down. Now, you can, and then the middle ground is our optimal loading. That's where we want to be. So a physical therapist, we want to find the exercise and the stress that is going to keep you in the optimal range to keep your soft tissue healthy. So it does take stress to keep the tissue healthy. It's having the right mechanics so you don't get that destructive force. And it's also making sure that you are applying some stress. We have to have stress to grow. Now, going up to this graph, it's depicting how you can take this destructive force and you can widen that through age, adaptive changes, and injury. So if you have injured a tissue, let's say you've got an ankle sprain or you sprain a ligament, when it does heal, it is not going to be at the same strength that it was prior. It doesn't mean it can't heal, but it's going to be at a weaker tissue integrity. So that is where you do want to protect your body and be aware when you do have an injury, how to maintain the proper mechanics and strength to protect that area, because it is going to be a weaker link once you have an injury to that tissue. So a lot of athletes that have injuries at a younger age may be like, why is it showing up later? Well, that's the weaker link in the body. So the mechanics are going to be more important the older that you get. And the reason that age also is going to be part of widening in the area of destructive is the fluidity of the tissue. So there's not as much water that can stay in the tissue when we get older, which is one reason it is so important to stay hydrated. The protein synthesis, that's building the proteins that are required to keep optimal health, and that includes cartilage. So cartilage, just you want to build it and also keep it from breaking down. And this is one thing where green tea comes into play, because the proponents in green tea can help both prevent the collagen from the cartilage from breaking down, and it also can increase collagen synthesis that adds to the cartilage production. So it's trying to allow yourself to stay in that optimal range. And then adaptive changes. So this is huge. If you sit at a computer and you've got a forward head posture, and this is in the mechanical neck pain, which this is great information. And if you do sit at a computer, poor posture, you've got shortened hip flexors, sometimes that ties into weaker abdominals, it changes the positioning of the body. And then the forward head, you've got a strain in the neck, and those changes over time can then promote breakdown of the soft tissue. So if you're straining your body over periods and not having those correct, and then your joints are not being optimally loaded or loaded in malposition, which can lead to destructive forces. So that is a great depiction of how soft tissue responds to stress. And I want to just reinforce the bell-shaped curve that you've got to have the optimal amount of stress to keep the non-destructive forces in your body for optimal health. If you have too little, you're not exercising, you're not giving your body enough stress, you're not allowing the stimulus to keep that soft tissue healthy. And then the other end is if you have mechanical stresses that are destructive, then you can break down the soft tissue in that manner. So that is how I like to look at soft tissue, as a bell-shaped curve, and finding that middle ground that is the optimal health for the soft tissue. And as a therapist, I try to help folks that are correct their mechanics so it keeps the tissue optimally healthy, as well as giving appropriate exercises that are going to stress the body, but do it in such a way that's going to keep the integrity of the joints and the health of the soft tissue. So I hope this is of help, and I wish you good health and finding great exercises and interventions that can help you restore your mobility and your function and improve the quality of your life. So I hope that's helpful, and have a blessed day. Thank you.